Imagine waking up tomorrow. No house, no roof, no waterproof jacket, no umbrella, no weather forecast, no way to check your phone and see if a storm is coming. Now imagine looking up and seeing dark clouds rolling toward you. The wind starts getting stronger, the temperature drops, the smell of rain fills the air, and within minutes water begins pouring from the sky. Not a light drizzle, not the kind of rain that makes you want a warm drink and a blanket. We're talking about relentless rain, cold rain, the kind that soaks every piece of clothing you're wearing, the kind that turns the ground into a giant mud pit, the kind that slowly steals your body heat until your muscles stop working properly. Now ask yourself a simple question. How long would you survive? A week? A month? Maybe just a few days? Most of us like to think we'd adapt, but the truth is, without modern shelters, modern clothing, and modern technology, most people would be in serious trouble. Yet ancient humans somehow survived this reality for thousands upon thousands of years. In fact, they didn't just survive, they spread across forests, mountains, coastlines, and some of the wettest environments on Earth. How? How did people with no hardware stores, no raincoats, and no weather apps manage to survive brutal rainstorms? The answer is far more impressive than most people realize, and it starts with a problem that many of us completely underestimate. Rain isn't just water. Rain is a chain reaction. When you get wet, your body loses heat much faster. That means you burn more energy, you become tired more quickly, your hands lose dexterity, your reaction times slow, your decision-making gets worse. And here's something surprising. You don't need snow for this to become dangerous. Many cases of hypothermia happen in temperatures that aren't even below freezing. Cold rain alone can be enough. Imagine standing outside for hours while everything around you becomes soaked. Your clothes, your bedding, your firewood, your food supplies, even the ground beneath your feet. Suddenly, every basic task becomes harder. And this wasn't even the biggest problem, because ancient humans depended heavily on fire. Today, if your stove stops working, you order food. If your heater breaks, you call someone. Ancient humans didn't have those options. Fire meant warmth. Fire meant cooking. Fire meant protection. Fire meant survival. Losing fire during a storm could be a disaster. Imagine spending hours collecting wood. You finally build a fire. Then a heavy storm arrives. The flames disappear. The wood becomes soaked. Everything turns to mud. Now you're cold, wet, hungry, and darkness is approaching. What happened next was even worse. Rain didn't just affect humans, it affected animals too. Some animals became harder to track, others disappeared into shelter, some changed their behavior completely. A hunting strategy that worked yesterday might suddenly become useless. Imagine trying to find dinner while standing in a downpour. Tracks get washed away, scents disappear, visibility decreases, the entire landscape changes. And here's the part nobody talks about. Rain can actually make water dangerous. That sounds strange. Humans need water to survive, but too much water creates entirely new problems. Rivers overflow, floods appear, mudslides happen, river crossings become deadly. A calm stream from yesterday can become a violent obstacle overnight. One wrong step, one slip, one injury, and your chances of survival drop dramatically. Today, if you twist your ankle, you rest at home. Ancient humans didn't get that luxury.
An injury could affect your ability to gather food, travel, or escape danger. So, how did they manage all of this? The answer begins with observation. Ancient humans were extraordinary observers. They had to be. Most of us barely notice the weather until it starts raining. Ancient humans watched everything: cloud shapes, wind direction, animal behavior, changes in temperature, the smell of the air, the movement of birds, tiny details that modern people often ignore. Imagine a world where predicting tomorrow's weather could literally save your life. You would pay attention too. Over generations, humans developed an incredible understanding of nature. No satellites, no radar, no weather stations, just experience. Lots and lots of experience. They learned patterns. Certain clouds often meant rain, certain winds signaled storms, certain animal behaviors acted like early warning systems. You could think of it as the world's first weather forecasting network, and surprisingly, it worked quite well. But predicting rain only solved part of the problem. The next challenge was shelter. Most people imagine ancient humans constantly wandering through open wilderness. That's not really accurate. Whenever possible, humans searched for protection. Rock overhangs, caves, dense forests, natural formations, any place that reduced exposure to wind and rain. And here's a surprising fact: some ancient shelters were remarkably effective. Not luxurious, not comfortable by modern standards, but effective. And effectiveness was all that mattered.